In this video, I'll be covering my pickups for the month of October of 2017. Alright, so I have a table full of pickups, most of which you probably can't see yet, from the month of October for the year 2017. Most of these are video game related. There's a couple pop culture items, but we'll just jump in and get right to it. I got a lot of games this month. I know it's not the end of the month yet, but I wanted to do this pickup so I can start cataloging and getting these games put on my shelf. And so we will start with a modern game, or accessory rather, and that is the Pokken controller for the Nintendo Switch. I do not have the game yet, but I wanted to get this controller. I have all the variants of this controller for the Wii U. Pokken Tournament is one of my favorite games. As you guys know, most likely you probably know I am a Pokemon fan as well. And so I definitely wanted to pick up this controller when I saw it in the store. And sticking with the Pokemon theme, we caught Walmart sleeping a little bit here. And I actually got two of these. And this is the Sun and Moon. So this is for the 3DS, the Collector's Edition book. So it's labeled as Pokemon Sun and Moon, the Collector's Edition, the official Alola Region Strategy Guide. I got two of these from Walmart. I went online and I was looking at some of the newer Pokemon items that got released for Shining Legends. And when I went on Walmart's website, came across this book, and I actually was looking at everything my local store had in stock for Pokemon, and I saw that this was only $1. And so I looked, and at one very specific Walmart, it was $1. Every other Walmart, it was $40 or $50. So I went ahead and picked up online. It said they had two copies. So I went ahead and ordered them online for store pickup, picked them up on my way home. And so I actually have two sealed copies of that book. So that was an awesome find. Really excited to get that. When I picked it up, the guy was shocked. He said that they did have one more in the back that he was going to pick up for himself because it was such an amazing deal. Next up, we have a t-shirt. So I picked this up from Target. This is one of the Pop tees. So if you know, Pop makes vinyl figures, but they also make other items like t-shirts. And so I was able to pick up this Power Rangers t-shirt featuring all 5 of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So very cool. Excited to have that. I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. I also finally, after having a NES Classic for almost a year, I finally picked up the NES Classic Edition carrying case. I have the one for the SNES one as well, but this is I picked up the one for the NES Classic. The one for the SNES, I think is still on pre-order. I did get it from Amazon, but at the same time I ordered this one. So that is cool. And then we have two Pixel Pals. The first one is the Super Mario World one, which is number 20. And surprisingly, the next one I got the other day at Walmart, it's number 25. So you can see the big jump. It's White Link. I'm not sure if they were supposed to put this one out yet, but they did have it out on the shelf, so I went ahead and picked it up. Alright, so that's it for the pop culture stuff. On to the actual video games. And let's start with some of the handheld games. So I acquired some things from some Facebook, actually from one Facebook group. There was a fire sale, and I picked up a couple items here. The first one, this one was actually free. It is Championship Motocross 2001. And then next up is Spyro Season of Ice for the Game Boy Advance. And then two great games here. So the first one is Sonic Battle for the Game Boy Advance. And the next one is Sonic Advance 3. And probably my favorite pickup, despite there being Sonic games in here, my favorite pickup out of that fire sale was Evel Knievel. So when I was in middle school, I had this game, and I used to play it on the bus every morning on the way to school. And I also played it so much over summer vacation. This is probably one of my favorite games for the Game Boy Advance, or for the Game Boy Color, just mainly out of nostalgic reasons. But I used to switch between this and Pokemon all the time. Next up, if you watched my Retro Game Treasure unboxing, you'll know I got a Sega CD game, I got a couple other titles, but I also got this Nintendo 64 controller pack, which is an OEM and 64 controller pack, and the label's never been written on. So that is very cool. In that same opening, I also got Space Harrier 3D. So very cool there. And let's jump to Super Nintendo. So I got these off of Fire Sale as well. I think all these games were either $1 or $2. And so, first one is Boxing Legends of the Ring, followed by Championship Pool. And the last one is WWF Super WrestleMania. It's a really cool title there. And let's jump into the Sega Genesis games. The first one is Death Duel. The next one is Sesame Street Counting Cafe. And a couple of these I did get on an auction on a Facebook group. The same Facebook group that I got the Game Boy Advance from. There's a game store that runs auctions generally on Friday and Saturday evenings. And I picked up quite a bit of what I have here. I picked up from that. I also got George Foreman's KO Boxing, Flashback, and Fatal Fury. So I'm still looking for Fatal Fury 2, but I was able to pick up Fatal Fury. So really excited for that. I love those types of games. And next up, let's stick with the auction pickups. And let's go with some Saturn games. So in that same auction, I picked up all of these Saturn games. Most of these are loose. So I got Grand Slam, NASCAR 98, F1 Challenge, Virtue Fighter Kids, and finally the last Saturn game I got was Sega Rally Championship. So this is very cool. This is the International Rally one. So very cool. It is complete, obviously, with these cases. They do not do very well long term, and shipping does not help. And then we also got Dungeon Explorer from that same auction. And then a couple GameCube games I got on that Facebook group as well is Animal Crossing. Used to play that game so much. I haven't played any Animal Crossing since, but I remember playing this game so much. It was so much fun. 007, Everything or Nothing. Top Gun. And Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters Melee. So some very good games there. Let's move on to the NES games. We'll save the Sega CD for last. Alright, some NES games that I picked up at a really great deal. Most of these came from a fire sale on that same Facebook group. So I got Rad Racer 2. I got The Secret Skull Flying Dragon. Trick Shooting. Arch Rivals, Jeopardy, Alpha Mission, Baseball Stars, Tecmo NBA Basketball, Mission Impossible, Tetris 2, and one I've been looking for a really long time, haven't been able to find, actually, is Wheel of Fortune Junior Edition. So that was the only Wheel of Fortune that I was missing for the NES. So really excited to pick that one up. And down to our final 3 games that we picked up, and these are all Sega CD. The first one was from my Retro Game Treasure unboxing. They actually sent me Mad Dog McCree, which is an amazing game. Unfortunately, the label does have some wear, some tears on it, but having this game is awesome. I'm a huge Sega CD person, so really excited for that. And these last 2 games, both complete. Both I got as part of my Retro Secret Gamer pickup. And so, if you haven't checked out that unboxing, make sure you guys check that out. I run a group on Facebook where we do basically video game exchanges with each other. So we'll trade our duplicates to them. And, you know, it helps get rid of duplicates and get some games that you don't have. So if you guys are interested in that, feel free to contact me or check out that video and search out the group on Facebook. Like I said, I administer that group, and we do exchanges every other month. And so as part of that, I got Dracula Unleashed, which is a really awesome game. It is a 2-disc game. And so here are both discs. This one actually does have the insert for it. And the San Diego Zoo presents The Animals. This game is actually really hard to find in my experience. I have never seen this game loose, and while it's not an expensive game, it is very hard to find, and I'm really excited to add it to my set. And so there it is, The Animals. So that's it for my pickups for the month of October. Drop me a comment below, let me know what you guys thought about these pickups. I plan to be doing a pickups video at least once a month to show you guys what I get, especially through the winter. I'll probably be doing a lot more pickups, and so once Christmas passes by, January, February, March, I'll be doing lots of pickups, and then we'll be getting ready for flea market and garage sale season in the springtime. So stay tuned, be sure to subscribe so you get notified of future videos. I upload a new video every Wednesday and Sunday, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.